purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
A look at the Magic starting group. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Bitadze in at the 5 spot.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero, and that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Here's Halliburton, and it's Wagner with the rebound. Here's Suggs, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Siakam. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line. Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Turner, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Earlier, I spoke with the Pacers head coach. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Siakam passes to Nembhard. Lets it go with the 3. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And that one is good from Suggs.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
And he makes that one.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Bitadze. Wagner as screen on Turner. Bitadze the pass to Wagner. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Banchero. Offensive rebound. There's Bitadze. And that one is hammered home.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And so it's Indiana with it. The Magic getting the bucket. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Magic leading by 6. Banchero kicks to Wagner. Orlando moving the ball around. Banchero, a screen for Wagner. Banchero outside. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Caldwell-Pope. The rebound by Turner. Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. For 3, Siakam. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Siakam's got 5 now. Caldwell-Pope outside. A steal. And here we go. Halliburton heading to the hoop. Siakam outside. Knocks it loose. Outside Mathurin. Here's Nembhard. No good. That would have tied it. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Suggs passes to Bitadze. Caldwell-Pope with a wide open look, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Here's Halliburton. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Caro up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
To the inside. Oh, that's blocked. Pass to Suggs. Here's Bitadze. Back to Suggs. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Wagner. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Lobbed up there from Mathurin. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And this is one of the things that makes Mathurin so exciting to watch. That ability to finish on alley-oops.
He gets that one.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Mathurin, good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Over to the wing. Here's Bitadze. Good work defensively by Turner. And so it's the Orlando Magic with their lead standing at 6. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the 1.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Magic leading by 8. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Nembhard. And a miss there on the triple. Magic have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Halliburton with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Siakam against Banchero. Halliburton on the wing. On the 3 off target.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And the Magic can hold on to the ball. Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Wendell Carter. And Anthony subbed in for Jalen Suggs. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Halliburton on the wing. Covered by Anthony. And it's Halliburton missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Caldwell Pope for 3. They shoot again. Kicks it out to Banchero. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Halliburton with it. Now Anthony defending. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Siakam. Wagner as screen on Halliburton. Anthony finds Wagner and finished off by Wagner.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Banchero, and that one good. And now it's a 12-point Orlando lead. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
A three-pointer is right on target. Banchero's got 9.
And wow, look at the quickness there from Banchero getting the shot up in a hurry.
Siakam for 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And not even giving the D a chance there. Banchero just too quick.
Siakam kicks to Turner. Pass to Nembhard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now, here's Wagner. No good from the wing. Mathurin passes to Turner. No good. And so it's the Orlando Magic sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their strategy. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
T.J. McConnell is out there with Shepard. Then there's Toppin. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Neesmith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. Good on the triple.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Here's Wagner. The teardrop falls in. Wagner's got 7.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
A shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Pacers trail by 15. Shepard with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Toppin. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Toppin's got his second basket.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play. To cut him off there and square up.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Bryant. And it's Jackson in for Shepard. He takes it in. McConnell kicks to Jackson. Down low, pocket 6. Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game, but they might need someone else to step up as well.
Stolen by Walker. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered closely. Pushing it up.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Launches it from deep. Walker's shot is off.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Batadze with the bucket.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Neesmith, the pass to Jackson. For the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Wagner's got 8 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Walker. And here we go with Toppin running it up the court. Fires the 3. Unable to get that one. Magic leading by 15. Into the lane. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Indiana making some changes. Bradley's checked in for Walker. And Shepard subbed in for Jackson. Orlando also making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Anthony comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Here's Batadze. Toppin covering. Batadze with the bucket. Batadze's got 10 points.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And a change for the Magic. Houston's checked in. For 3, Siakam. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
Carter with the screen. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
The shot by Turner, no good.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And Houston gets it to go.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. At the guard spots, it's Suggs and Anthony. Wagner is out there with Black, and it's Batadze in at center. Halliburton up top, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Batadze's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's stolen by Mathurin. Nembhard finds Turner. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Wagner. jump shot is good. And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Orlando. Howard comes in for Cole Anthony. Wagner against Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Throwing it down on that one. Turner really showing off that athleticism.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. Corey Joseph's checked in for Orlando. It's stolen by Mathurin. Jumps up. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Showing off that two-way ability, Mathurin can be a terror in transition once he gets the steal.
Pass to Wagner. Now, here's Suggs. Here's Black. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Magic lead by 16.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Nembhard with it. Joseph on him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Franz Wagner's checked in for Black, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Joseph. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams, and he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I loved coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. To the middle. And finished off by Banchero.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
And Siakam throws it down.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, that was bound to get ugly. Turner is so assertive, working inside. Defense got messy.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Magic.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Banchero right side. Suggs against Halliburton. Driving inside. And Suggs throws it down.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Caldwell Pope passes to Bitadze. Caldwell Pope left side. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throw.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good.
Indiana foul. Tyrese Halliburton.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Halliburton. Siakam, right side. They need this. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly.
Popcorn for this face-off at the center position that I grabbed.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position. And he's going for the lob! Siakam, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's a Kongwu. Oh, the dunk by a Kongwu!
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow.
You can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Halliburton's shot is good.
At the arc, Halliburton, confident, no fear, no hesitation. He sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
Down low. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
And Atlanta with possession here. Following the bucket by the Pacers. Here's a Kongwu. Oh, the dunk by a Kongwu!
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find him.
Halliburton on the wing, guarded by Young. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Mathurin with a steal. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Over Johnson. Can't cash it in from the high post.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And here is Young. Driving in. 3 on the clock. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Halliburton looking over the floor. 3-pointer, no good. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Daniels drops in the 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Indiana trailing here. 3-pointer, Halliburton. Can't hit that one. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Yeah, he's going to work early on the offensive glass. He's so amped up.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
A nice shot by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 9.
Halliburton in his bag for sure right now, showing you everything he's got, including the soft touch.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Miles Turner, the 11th pick by the Pacers in 2015 for much of his career with the team. He's endured the trade rumors. He said, I've still got PTSD from that, but I want it to be here in Indy. And last season, a renegotiation of his contract, giving him an extension and a raise. Brian, he is locked in as their starting center.
Yeah, it would appear so, Allie. Thank you. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Here's Okongwu. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Give him 8.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Okongwu. Give him 8. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
Pass to Halliburton to stop the run. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam.
As fast as lightning, Halliburton gets it and shoots it in a matter of nanoseconds.
There's the steal. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Rejected by Halliburton.
Got to be impressed with Halliburton's defensive instincts there. I mean, able to come away with the rejection. You don't see guards do that a lot.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Here's Freez. Here's Okongwu. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Okongwu's got 10 points in the game. That shot off the mark. Onyeka Okongwu. He's been the guy making things happen for the Hawks. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Now here's Okongwu. Back to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Young against Halliburton. On the wing, Daniels. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
Freez.
Young's got 3 assists in the game.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Okongwu with it. Turner covering. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Freez, no good. Pacers trail by 4. Halliburton punching in. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13.
Tyrese Halliburton, take a bow, young fella. You deserve it. You have been outstanding.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Here's Daniels. Right wing. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Turner. The shot by Johnson, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Nembhard, good.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Young from long range. They get it back. Here's Daniels. Johnson passes to Daniels. Knocks down the 18-footer. Daniels has got 8.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Here's Halliburton driving to the basket. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the official.
For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. The kick out to Young. The 3 ball is good from Young.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Halliburton. Nembhard outside. They set the pick. Back to Halliburton. The rebound by Atlanta. 1:19 left in the second period. Young, the pass to Johnson. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Nembhard.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Neesmith, he's checked in for Indiana. McConnell comes in for Halliburton. Now here's Turner. He's scoreless. Gathering a screen on Johnson. There's Neesmith with the 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Young. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Here's Daniels. He's marked by McConnell. And he lobs it up. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Here's Young. The rebound by Turner.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
It's stolen. To the inside, Okongwu. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Okongwu's got 6 points in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so it's Atlanta with a 9-point cushion at the end of... Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. We've got Clint Capella, George Niang out there with Terrence Mann. But then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Bufkin in at the 1. Now here's Matherin. He buries it from 3. Matherin's got 5 points.
And with each made 3, Matherin's confidence rises, an encouraging sign.
Niang outside. There's the triple. Buries it from 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Inside, Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
Here's Mann. Oh, misses the dunk. Pacers trail by 7. Inside, here's Shepherd. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Siakam outside. Outside for McConnell. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists in the game. Atlanta leading by 5. LeVert with the ball. No made baskets yet. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. The rebound by Atlanta. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Niang. And the layup is good off the glass. Niang's got his second basket. The Pacers have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. The Pacers again can't hit. Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Pacers trail by 7. And here's Shepherd for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Shepherd's got 5 points.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Now here's LeVert, guarded closely. Pass to Bufkin. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
They just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Some changes for Indiana. Bryant, he's checked in for Turner. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Jackson in for Shepherd. LeVert, that's good.
I find LeVert to be at his best when he's in rhythm. When he's pulling up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
The Hawks lead by 9. Capella, screen on Toppin. Here's Niang. Another one falls for Atlanta. Minute 32 left in the third quarter to end the run. No luck on that one.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And LeVert with a bucket on the assist by Capella. He's got 5.
What a tough make that was by LeVert. Refused to be denied, and great concentration.
And here's Toppin from the arc. Knocks down the triple. Toppin's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Man with it. And it's Toppin picking him up. Niang. Second chance shot. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Bryant. Pacers trail by 10. The 3, Matherin. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Matherin's got 8 points.
He's got that guard quickness. Matherin showing off his catch and shoot ability.
And the pass to Capella. And that one drops for him. And the Hawks lead by 9.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Pass to LeVert. Fires for three. Sinks it from distance.
Terrific shot from LeVert. Knows how effective he can be from deep.
Indiana's gone 4 of 7 from 3. A good percentage in the third quarter. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
Here's Bufkin. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's all... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Toppin. TJ McConnell is out there with Halliburton. Then there's Walker, and it's Neesmith in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for the Pacers.
Nice pass by Reese Shea. You can already see he has a high basketball IQ.
And foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Pacers trail by 12. Stolen by Young. On the wing, Daniels. Oh, got a piece of it. Out on his own on the break. Walker in the post. Pass to Toppin. Back to Walker. Halliburton left side. It's stolen by Okongwu. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Really good passing wing. Reese Shea isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
The open shot, Halliburton. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Halliburton's got 23. Atlanta leading by 12. Young on the drive. Here's Daniels. Sends it home from three-point land.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by McConnell. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Some changes for Indiana. Bradley, he's checked in for Walker. Johnson comes in for Toppin. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. For Atlanta, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter.
And leaking out well in transition. I mean, I like seeing Daniels get rewarded for hustling.
Pulls up. And Indiana misses again. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Outside Young. Pass to Daniels. Out to the right wing. The 3 from Reese Shea. Bradley grabs the board. Pacers trail by 17. It's Johnson with a drive. Fires from 14. Indiana with a rebound.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And Indiana misses again. Atlanta has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Pass to Young. A good-looking shot from the wing. And the Hawks lead by 19.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
The 3 from Reese Shea. The shot no good.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Hawks.
They paid the price for sloppy ball control before, but tonight they kept it locked up tight.
Yeah, they did. And at the other end, they were very disruptive defensively.
Some changes for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Bradley. Pascal Siakam comes in for Johnson. And Benedict Mathurin subbed in for Neesmith. Here's Halliburton. Shot from the low post is good. Halliburton's got 25 points.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
Here's a Kongwu. It's rebounded by Indiana. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Nembhard. Rebounded by Johnson. On offense, here are the Hawks. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Rizachet. Sweet little floater.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Johnson for 3. Siakam pulls down the board. Indiana on offense. It's stolen by Johnson. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
Onto the court for the Pacers. Number 3, Thomas Bryant.
Nembhard, right side. Pass to Mathurin. Shoots over Young. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. Here's Rizachet. And it's in there.
Yeah, great look for Rizachet. Close in, gets it done.
It's stolen by a Kongwu. Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Nembhard. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie.
quarter, Greg. Here we go.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Freez and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 down low. The shot's good.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Daniels from outside sinks the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Count that one.
And there's some agility as Trae Young maneuvers to the shot he wants.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Okongwu's shot is good.
I would say that Trae Young's pick and roll game is fairly advanced for a player his age. What a treat to watch.
Here's Suggs, and Suggs throws it down.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And the shot goes in.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Suggs looking around. Banchero has screened for Suggs. Takes the three. Here's Bitadze. Back to Suggs. Banchero outside. Jacks up a three. And there's Suggs on the assist from Banchero. Suggs has got 11 points.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Wagner outside. And that one drops for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Bucket is good.
It's all about smart choices, and Trae Young's making them right now.
Now, here's Suggs. He's covered by Daniels. Now, here's Banchero. Pass to Bitadze. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Young for three. Cans it from downtown. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, if you're going to allow Trae to squeeze off a three, he's going to squeeze hard.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you. Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
And good recognition there from Trae. It's part of his role. He's got to find open guys.
Good on the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
To the inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Banchero outside. Wagner a screen on Johnson. Here's Banchero. Here's Wagner. Tries yet again. And it's Banchero missing.
And so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And he banks in the layup.
Well, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Young passes to Johnson. And it's off from three-point range. Jalen Suggs has been leading the charge for the Orlando Magic. He put together. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Well, in the early goings, the mid-range shot has also been working well for them. They've been racking up some points off of those jumpers, and those are probably being invited.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Freez in at the 3 spot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Young. Outside Anthony. Driving the lane. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Orlando leading by 4. Here's Caldwell Pope and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Used the speed and got to the lane to convert. KCP saw a sliver of daylight and he took it.
A wide open look here for Okongwu. Misses and he wants that one back. Orlando, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And finished off by Banchero.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Young. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's his first foul.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference, you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. But that's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
Here's Young. Pass to Freez. And here's Daniels. Over Anthony. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Daniels. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Johnson kicks to Young, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That is his first foul of the game for the Magic. Carter comes in for Goga Bitadze, and it's Anthony Black in for Cole Anthony. Black grabs the board, and up the court come the Magic on the break. Count that bucket.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Like the pass to Caldwell Pope. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. Carter. Rebound, Atlanta.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Okongwu. Daniels with it. Over Caldwell Pope. Daniels, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Young outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, this team has trusted Young's ability to run an offense, and that includes him finding teammates.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the wing right side. The kick out to Young. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, Trey's not going to pass up a shot like that.
Magic have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Banchero right side. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Young pass to Johnson. The kick out to Young. His 3-pointers off the mark. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in its center. This is out there for Orlando. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent 3-point shooter at the NBA level.
That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Mann.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Levert against Caldwell Pope. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And just so good at reading angles. When Levert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Suggs with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Magic. With the second effort and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Clint Capella. The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Mann. Sinks the triple. Mann's got 5 points so far.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Wagner. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And the Magic lead by 6.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
That's a nice pick and roll there. Capella slicing with purpose after he sets the screen and ready for the ball.
Here's Isaac. Drives to the hoop. And then Isaac slams it in.
And you can just see how that motor never subsides. Isaac always looking to put on a show there with his dunking ability.
Here's Niang. He's covered by Isaac. Niang, no good. Orlando leading by 6. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Isaac. And he converts the layup. Isaac's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, I like the concentration there. Isaac showing how skilled he is on the block. Feels like no one can stop him.
LeVert from outside. Rebounded by Isaac. Magic have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Suggs kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. There's the screen. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
And this is a guy who is really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Suggs so dangerous in the pick and roll.
They get it back. Capella, no good with the layup. Magic leading by 10. Caldwell Pope passes to Wagner. Wagner kicks to Caldwell Pope. Orlando moving the ball around. And he comes up with the deuce. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
Kept moving, never took his eye off the hoop. Caldwell Pope with a grinder of a bucket.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to LeVert. There's the 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got 4 rebounds in this game. And finished off by Wagner.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Capella finds Niang. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Hawks. The front court is Freez and Johnson. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Anthony can't hit. The Hawks trail by 10. Here's Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Pass to Anthony. Driving in. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Young looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And you can see why this team depends on Young for a big chunk of their offensive production. This guy is a pure scorer.
A nice shot by Black.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Freez in the corner. It's Young on the wing. Daniel from outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Anthony, no one around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Magic lead by 9.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Magic leading by 9. Here's Anthony. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's now got rebound number 8 now on the night. Johnson kicks to Young. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young from downtown. Drills it from outside. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
Anthony can't hit. The Hawks trail by 6. To the paint. On the wing, Daniels. Johnson the screen. Here's Daniels. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Van Carroll looking around. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
Anthony against Young. Pass to Rizichet. Daniels from outside. Rebounded by Anthony.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Houston's shot is off. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Trae Young stepping up and delivering in a big-time moment.
Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer. And the Magic lead by 6.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Houston. The layup missed. So the Magic win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Well, I mean, there were some times that
game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Emhart, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. Now here's Suggs. The layup misses.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Banchero. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for Orlando. And Batase gets it to go.
Well, you see the decision-making of Paolo Banchero is so impressive. Comes into the league with that skill and really elevating it.
Halliburton against Suggs. Halliburton misses. About a minute played here so far in the first. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Another miss by Halliburton.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now here's Mathurin. Siakam.
You have to love the aggression right there. He's got the vertical, might as well put it to good use.
And Banchero gets it to go.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Siakam with a screen on Suggs. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Magic. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Boom! He jammed it straight down.
You can see Suggs' vertical makes that dunk look effortless.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Orlando with the rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And the Pacers with possession here. Trailing by 4 from deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Batase.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. We talked about this matchup here tonight, specifically what his team wants to do against Miles Turner. Coach told me we need to push him out of the paint whenever we can and make him a jump shooter and live with those results. If we can do that, I think we'll be in great shape. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Caldwell Pope with it. Picked up by Nembhard.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Oh, stolen by Turner. In transition, here come the Pacers. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
The kick out to Banchero. Batase with a screen. Banchero drives. Clock at 6. Batase can't hit. Pacers trail by 4. Three-pointer, Halliburton. He can't hit that time.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Batase with a screen. Banchero against Siakam. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Orlando making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Now here's Siakam. And there's the rejection.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on, improving his ability to knock away shots.
Here's Caldwell Pope using his post moves to get the 2 points. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Fires the 3. And there's Siakam. That one's good. On the assist by Halliburton. Siakam's got 7. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's a 5-point game. Mathurin against Wagner. He takes it in. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Three-pointer, Halliburton. The shot comes out. And so it's Orlando closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Magic.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Wagner's checked in for Carter. Here's Banchero. Banchero delivers inside.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Siakam with a screen on Suggs. Halliburton, no good.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, B.A., got to be near the top of the list. Number 1, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
On the wing, Suggs. Back to Banchero, 20 feet out. Indiana with a rebound. Turner's got 4 rebounds now. Siakam against Wagner. Shot from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
The 3 from Banchero. From distance, Paolo.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Here's Siakam. And Indiana misses again. Magic leading by 12. Here's Wagner. Sinks that one from the post. Wagner's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Back to Suggs. Wagner with a screen on Halliburton. It's Suggs with a drive. Banked it in off the glass. Suggs has got his 2nd basket on the night.
Boy, what a burst of speed on the drive from Jalen Suggs. Leaves the defender in the rear view.
Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Banchero. Left side, Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Suggs has got 6. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game,
And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Cole Anthony, he's checked in for Orlando. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Orlando shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Paolo Banchero, a guy who not only has the frame, but he's got the mind and the work habits to be great in this league. Can't wait to watch.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Banchero. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That'll be a second foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Paolo Banchero. And it's Isaac in for Wagner. Bryant, he's checked in for Indiana. Halliburton with the ball. And Anthony picks him up defensively. Isaac with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he goes in for the dunk.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
He drops it from range.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
And Anthony, here we go. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Personal foul.
The free throw drops for Anthony, and Indiana with some changes. Walker, he's checked in for Bryant. Neesmith comes in for Mathurin, and it's Shepard in for Nembhard. And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's this steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
Here's Black. Pass to De Silva. Out to Anthony. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Carter. Here's De Silva. The 3 is up. Fires in the triple. De Silva's got his first 3 points of the game.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Walker. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Indiana shooting their first foul shot of the game. And that one misses. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Magic. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back to the game after this break.
21. And please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. They've got Andrew Nembhard, Obi Toppin out there with Tony Bradley. Then it's Aaron Neesmith, and it's McConnell in at the 1.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Orlando making a switch here. Joseph's checked in, and the Pacers also making a change. Jackson is checked in.
This guy very comfortable operating in the painted area. All Obi Toppin needs is a little bit of room to get that shot off.
Wagner with a screen on McConnell. It's Anthony on the take, and Anthony slams it in.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Queen, he's checked in for Joseph. Toppin goes in. It's hauled in by Black. The Magic shooting 71%. Their offenses look unstoppable all game long. To the middle. Back to Batadze. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Batadze's got 6.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Indiana shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he drops the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so Jackson nails both of them. 90 seconds into the second half now.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Anthony's checked in for Orlando. The Pacers also with a sub. Johnson's checked in. The Pacers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. McConnell from outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Batadze's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Black. No points yet. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
There's Nesmith with the 3. And Indiana misses again. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. To the paint. Here's Anthony. Out to the wing. Here's the 3. De Silva with the bucket. 6 points for him.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
McConnell with a screen on Anthony. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Wagner against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Batadze with a screen. Here's Wagner. Pass to De Silva. Takes it inside. Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Black. Indiana making a switch here. 1:53 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Nesmith. The quick look, no good that time. The Magic have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Anthony, the pass to Suggs. No good on the 3. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. There's Jackson with the 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Over to the wing. Batadze can't hit. Indiana has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Nesmith. That one goes. Count it. 1 minute left in the third quarter here. Suggs, the pass to Anthony. Pass to Isaac to the left side wing. The rebound by Jackson.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Another shot. That one no good. Oh, great D that time from Isaac. Orlando has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. They set the screen. Pass to De Silva. Back to Isaac. And the shot goes in. Isaac's got his first points of the night. 8 seconds left in the third. Here's Shepard. And so it's Orlando, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good look. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Pacers shooting just 34% so far in this one. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Bataze in at the 5. That's who's out there for Orlando.
The coaching staff encourages Halliburton to get involved in pick and rolls because he will pick you apart. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And here's Indiana now. Siakam with a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, you love the confidence from Pascal Siakam. Ready on the catch, rise and fire. Nicely done.
Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. Bataze with a screen. Suggs with the bucket.
Displaying some solid body strength and balance. Jalen Suggs to the cup.
Suggs has gone 4 for 7 from the field tonight. Pass to Matherin. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Bataze's got 9 rebounds now. To the inside. Banchero. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Left side, Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Banchero. Wagner with a screen on Siakam. And Banchero gets it to go.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Turner passes to Siakam. Oh, there's the alley! Turner, no good.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Here's Banchero. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
For a young player, Banchero has tremendous footwork in the post. He stays in balance and puts defenders in awkward spots.
The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. Shepard, he's checked in for Nembhard. Halliburton looking for an opening. Over Suggs. The Pacers again can't hit. And the Magic with possession. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now. One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
The Magic have gotten all 6 shots to fall in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Banchero. Second chance effort, and Turner with the block.
How about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes.
Suggs against Halliburton. Over Suggs. Halliburton misses.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
The 3 from Banchero. Indiana with a rebound. Halliburton outside. Siakam left side. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Magic.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Paolo Banchero.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Here's Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Shepard. For three, Matherin. He can't get that one to fall. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. Isaac for three. Counted from distance.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Halliburton outside. The Pacers again can't hit.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Matherin with a steal. So it's the Magic winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding
like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the 3.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Turner with the screen. A shot by Nembhard, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. 4-point game. Buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, great look there. Young off a pass would normally knock those down.
For 3, Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
On the wing, Mathurin takes a 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
How Young following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Siakam inside the three-point line. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Siakam's got his second bucket of the night. And the Hawks with the possession. They're on a 13-5 run here. And again, it's Trae Young.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Now Daniels following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton. Basket good. Young's got 13 points.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
And that one drops.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Now Daniels following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam. In the corner, Daniels, Turner with the steal. And here we go, Halliburton heading to the hoop. And it's Mathurin missing. The Hawks leading by 13. Young for 3. They get it back. Johnson. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Shoots the 3. And Mathurin is good for 3.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Young for 3. The rebound by Turner. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Indiana. Down by 15. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside Turner, back to Halliburton. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner.
An effortless finish from Halliburton. The defense has to be more aware down low.
Okongwu with the screen for Young. A three-pointer off the mark. Siakam inside the three-point line. Misses the chippy right there.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so it's Atlanta. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Puts it up. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Atlanta leading by 15. Going inside. Chalk up 2 there. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
At his best when attacking the rim. Young not settling for a jumper, putting the onus on the D.
Mathurin for 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And this kid, Ricochet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that. And there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very different. Another shot. Offensive rebound. Here's Okongwu. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Here's Halliburton. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Connects from three-point range. Mathurin's got 6.
A bona fide playmaker. Halliburton makes his teammates better.
Young for 3, and once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. Young taking his time here. Good on the three-point shot. Young's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And this guy can light up the night with his scoring. Hard for the defense to contain Young.
And it's Halliburton missing.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Johnson finds Young. Ricochet with it. Pocket 6. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Ricochet's got his first points in this one. The Pacers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Off target from outside. Atlanta leading by 22. Young for 3. Drills it from outside. Young's got 29 in the game.
Really clever with the basketball. Young so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
Siakam's shot is off. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. And Freez, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch, at his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Indiana making some changes. Toppin, he's jacked in for Siakam. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. The shot by Turner, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Now, here's McConnell. D right on him. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Atlanta's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Young from outside. They grab their own miss. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Bryant comes in for Turner. And it's Nesmith in for Andrew Nembhard. The Pacers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. That free throw missing. Atlanta making some changes. And the second free throw, good. Atlanta shooting in the second quarter right around 48%. Three-pointer. And it's Bryant with the rebound. Here's Toppin. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Hawks. He has been a determined scorer today. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Pumpkin in at the point guard position. The Hawks shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Three-pointer, LeVert. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's Shepard. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Shepard's got the first bucket of the third here for Indiana.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Mann. Toppin with the steal. Now, here's Nesmith. Defended by Mann. The kick out to Bryant. Shakes him. And the layup is up and in.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
LeVert with a wide open look. Misses the wing J.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And it's Shepard missing for Atlanta. They've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. They get the rebound. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his first points of the game.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Shepard, the pass to McConnell. Spins. Knocked away. An even 3-on-3 break. LeVert from outside. And it's Bryant with the rebound. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. The offensive rebound. LeVert from outside. Nailed from three-point land.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
And the three ball is good. Siakam's got 14 points for the game.
And he can answer with the best of them. Siakam stealing the thunder there.
Now here's LeVert. Nembhard covering. Niang finds LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Back to Niang. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Niang's got 9 points now in just the second half. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That is his first foul of the game.
Team second.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And you love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track. Disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Siakam. Again, Indiana.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
Man, off target with his 3. Indiana's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Atlanta?
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Pass to Bufkin. Screen by Niang. Fires from deep. Traps in the tray. Niang's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And it's Mathurin missing. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Good on the shot. LeVert's got his second basket of the night.
And we've seen LeVert improve his offensive game every season, and he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Siakam kicks to Halliburton. Kicks it out to Siakam. From the arc. Good on the triple. Siakam's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pacers. And so it's Atlanta with a 34-point. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. Outside Turner, 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And it's good off the back rim and in.
The touch on Halliburton's shot really opens the floor up for him. letting him get to that mid-range.
Man gets the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
A big like Turner just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
Niang kicks to LeVert. Lets it go from deep. Buffkin, no good. The Pacers shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Halliburton with it. He's picked up by LeVert. Fast break, the Hawks. Halliburton with the steal. Capella against Siakam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Okongwu, the basket good, off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. Siakam passes to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. Right side, Mathurin. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
They get it again. And Okongwu slams it in.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Daniels, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And this is one of the things that makes Mathurin so exciting to watch, that ability to finish on alley-oops.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Daniels dishes to Johnson. Inside. Second chance effort, and it's good on the way in.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
A capable scorer. Turner plays an integral role in what his team does offensively.
Young's shot is off. Pacers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Siakam with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Halliburton on the wing. Rebounded by the Hawks. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Daniels.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
It's not going to go for him. Good D by Siakam. Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Johnson. And so Atlanta takes this one by a bit. Thank you for that, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. We're standing back.
exactly right, BA, and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of... Bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively too.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Batadze in at the 5. Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Batadze with a screen. Caldwell-Pope, pass to Batadze.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell-Pope. Love seeing that.
Johnson a screen on Suggs. Here's Young, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
It's Suggs with a drive. Wagner outside. The kick out to Banchero. 5 on the clock. The rebound by Atlanta. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
The offensive rebound. Batadze puts up a 3, and it's Banchero with a 3.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Pass to Daniels. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Here's Suggs, and he drives in.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
And there's the lob, the steal. On the break. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Johnson to the wing on the left. Outside Young. Gets the 3 ball to go. Young's got 5 points.
It's great to see Young working off the ball. He's got the skill set to flourish in that kind of action.
Pass to Banchero. With the teardrop. Young, the pass to Johnson. Orlando with the rebound.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Suggs outside. Back to Banchero. Over Rizashe. Banchero no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And the three-pointer goes. Give him 8.
Watch how Young outsmarts the defense, going for the pull-up jumper when they're unprepared.
Wagner inside, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Daniels misses. Orlando trailing here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. They'll have to be disciplined tonight, BA.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Oh, the dunk by Okongwu. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Now here's Suggs. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Clear to fly. Here comes Mr. Suggs lifting off.
Okongwu, a screen on Suggs. There's Young with the 3. Goes back up. Orlando grabs the miss. There's 49 seconds left in the first. The kick out to Banchero. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
There's Young with the 3. Hits the trifecta. Young's got 11 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Suggs. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's on Onyeka Okongwu. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising. An effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
Here's Young. Pass to Okongwu. And here's Johnson. Okongwu, a screen on Banchero. Johnson finds Okongwu. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Magic.
Magic substitution. Number 34. Wendell Carter Jr.
The 3 from Suggs. Jalen Suggs has been leading the charge for the Magic, hunting for opportunities. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
You know, in the early going, they've been effective scoring in the mid-range, and if it's falling, I say stay with it.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint.
A physical guard, Suggs loves working inside. He doesn't back away from the paint at all.
One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Atlanta with the rebound. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Johnson passes to Daniels. The 3 from Rizashay. It's rebounded by Wagner. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. The 3 from Suggs. Carter. Rejected by Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Johnson. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Rizashay. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. So for the Magic, Wagner comes in for Carter, and Cole Anthony subbed in for Suggs. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, You can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Young can't hit. Orlando leading. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Young. He's got 11. Down low. Here's Johnson. Anthony grabs the board. There's a minute 54 left in the second quarter. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Caldwell Pope uses the glass on the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Look at Caldwell Pope battling inside. Boy, he fights through that contact, doesn't he?
Young from long range. Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. And Kentavious Caldwell Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Blacks checked in for Orlando.
Magic substitution, number 0, Anthony.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
When it comes to solid three-point shooting, Anthony makes them when they count the most.
Will it go? And the layup is good by Johnson. Johnson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Anthony in the post.
Anthony going up top. Don't let his size fool you, folks. Cole's got some hops.
And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Inside. And Carroll passes to Anthony. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 5 rebounds in the game. There's Young with the 3. Pass to Daniels. Now here's Johnson. Picked up by Okongwu. It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
Okongwu, a screen on Anthony. Young from long range. 1 second left. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Magic leading by just 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
They've got Karis LeVert, George Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Bufkin in at the 1. So that's the Hawks 5. It's good. Black's got his first 2 points of the night. The Hawks trailing, and the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card, not necessarily necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A. Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
Back to Banchero. Takes the three. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Outside band. Pass to Bufkin. And the Magic pushing it up now. Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play. Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Man with it. Caldwell Pope covering. LeVert outside.
Substitution on the court.
Orlando on D. 3-point lead. Niang, pass to man. Back to Niang. Just 4 to shoot. Bufkin. And it's off from 3-point range.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Isaac in the post. Defended by Niang.
You know, Isaac doesn't mess around close to the rim. When he's got good position, he's forcing the defense to foul.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. That one's off. So for the Magic, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Joseph. And Howard has subbed in for Houston. Hawks trail by 4. Here's Bufkin. Banked it in off the glass. Bufkin's gotten his first points in this one.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Howard. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Got it. Good job in the low post. And Atlanta with possession here. And here's LeVert for 3. Sinks the tray. LeVert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I find LeVert to be at his best when he's in rhythm. When he's pulling up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Picked by Carter. Pass to Howard. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. And the layup is good. Caldwell Pope's got 8.
Can't allow any separation off the screen. Caldwell Pope, very good at taking advantage of any space you give him.
You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
Patate, the pass to Howard. He's off on the layup. Hawks trail by 3. LeVert, right side. Here's man. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
To the left side wing. Patate with a screen. Here's Howard. Back to Isaac. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Orlando making some changes. Franz Wagner checked in for Howard. Queen comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Suggs is subbed in for Isaac. 6 to shoot. Here's Batase. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Magic lead by 3. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And here's LeVert for 3. Knocks down the long J. LeVert's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, I think this is big for LeVert's confidence because the more he connects from distance, I think the more dangerous he'll become as a shooter and offensive player.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Man. Count it. Man's got his second bucket of the night. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Here's Suggs. And he jams it home with authority.
Suggs handling his business so far in this one. Really putting the work in on the offensive end.
Screen by Capella. Here's LeVert. Can't connect from 14. The shot no good. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Magic, it's Suggs and Anthony at the 1 and the 2. Franz Wagner out there with Wagner. And it's Batase in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Young against Suggs. Now Young. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young. 4-3. That is Trey's shot. The 3.
Yeah, he can light up the stat sheet. Young really putting on a clinic.
Suggs surveys the D to the inside. Wagner. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Young from long range. Orlando with a rebound. Wagner, right side. And the shot goes down.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
The Hawks have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Young drives it in. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. The kick out to Johnson. Here's a Kongwu. Oh, the dunk by a Kongwu.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Out to Anthony. Batase with a screen. Anthony, the pass to Wagner. Driving inside, and he banks in the layup.
Part of the job description as a guard, but Anthony relishes the chance to get his teammates good looks.
Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Anthony. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Young can't hit.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Anthony, left side. Wagner with a screen on Young. Anthony finds Wagner. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
More than capable of running point. Anthony, a gifted passer, really has good vision.
A Kongwu, no good.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
A Kongwu, a screen on Suggs. Young, and it goes straight through with a swish. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
The shooting's been great, but also, how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
First free throw is good, and that ties this game up. Banchero's checked in for Orlando. Caldwell Pope comes in for Anthony. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Here's Daniels. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Orlando with the rebound. Suggs has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Batase. Count it. Good. And the Magic lead by 2.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Daniels misses. Orlando has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. 2 points. That one goes. Now it's a 4-point Orlando lead.
The young fella taking charge of the situation. Wagner gets the clutch bucket for his team. How sweet is that?
Outside Young. And Atlanta misses again.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And stepping up when it's clutch time, that's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
Young with it, now guarded by Suggs. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control. And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Caldwell Pope's shot is off. Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 6. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play. And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Daniels. The 3 is up.
Caldwell Pope really good at staying in front of his man. He likes to make it difficult for whoever he's on. Just an assertive play. He attacks the miss and sends it home.
Here's Banchero. Yep, that one goes.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight. And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
So the Magic win it. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.